on him, and he's right. He's right. But I also would add that not only is he right, but also we need all those other things as well. And finally, could I just say, I think the automotive industry in America has a shot with hybrid, electric, and flex fuel cars to regain their supremacy. I really do, because we still have the most productive workers in the world residing in the United States of America. Next question.
First of all, as a student attending New Mexico State University who's also declared French major, I'd like to thank you for being here today. I also would like to add on to that last man's comment. I think you did an amazing job at the forum. I was very, very impressed with your answers. I thought you did an amazing job. I also would like to ask, my question is that what is your plan of attack to actually help make these pork barrel legislations be completely done away with for the most part? Because millions of U.S. tax dollars are wasted yearly on these. And I'd also like to thank you for not actually voting for any of these legislations for yourself.
Thank you. My friends, for a long time we thought the quote pork barrel or earmark spending was just some powerful member of Congress that got a project for his home state or his or her district, and it wasn't a big deal. Well, now it is like any other evil. It's grown and grown and grown and grown to tens of billions, billions and billions of dollars, and they're for projects that we neither want nor need. And you know what my friend Senator Tom Coburn of Oklahoma calls it? He calls it a gateway drug. It's a gateway to corruption. And I don't say that word lightly, but we have former members of Congress residing in federal prison who embarked in this process and ended up basically selling themselves for various earmarked projects. And it's like any other evil. Any other evil we all know in life, you either eradicate it or it grows. And that's what's happened with this pork barrel spending. You know, the other night I joked about one of my favorites, the $3 million to study the DNA of bears in Montana. Now, as I said, I don't know if it's a paternity issue or a criminal issue, but it makes you laugh and it makes you cry. Because it's your money. It's your money. $233 million for a bridge in Alaska to an island with 50 people on it. How do you justify that when next time you're stuck in traffic? And so and it's your money. So let me say this, the time is right in America for us, one, to stop that, two, for us to work together. Work together for the good of the country in these difficult times. I was asked this morning by someone said, well, China's going to be a bigger and more powerful country than the United States of America. I said, I don't accept that. I don't accept that. I think that the most productive and best and most innovative part of the United States of America is the United States of America. And by the way, there's another person here who I'd like for you to say hello to, and I think she is, I don't see, Meg Whitman is here. Meg, where are you? That's Meg Whitman. Meg Whitman, as you know, is the CEO of eBay. These numbers are roughly correct. 12 years ago, there were 5 people that worked for eBay. Today, 1.5 million people make a living off eBay. You tell Meg Whitman that America's best days are behind us. I think she can make a case that that's not true. So all I can say is that I've got an old pen that Ronald Reagan gave me years ago, and I'm going to veto every one of these bills. And you're going to know their names. I will make them famous. You'll know every one of them's names. And if they override my veto, I'll veto the next. That's how it's going to be. Yes, ma'am.
I heard a rumor that you're going to pick a pro-life VP. Is that true?
Thank you. We're going through the process. I said on Saturday night that I have a proud pro-life record in Congress, and respect the views of others, but I also happen to believe that the noblest words ever written in history were those that said, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all of us are created equal and endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. Among these are life. I think liberty and the pursuit of happiness. I believe that life applies to those that are not born as well as those that are born. So we're not talking about the process of the vice presidential situation, except that I would remind you that the Vice President of the United States really only has two duties when you think about it. One is in case there's a tie vote in the Senate, he comes to the floor, he or she comes to the floor of the Senate and casts the tie-breaking vote. That's the constitutional duty. The other duty of the Vice President of the United States is to inquire daily as to the health of the President. So that will obviously make my pick very important. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. He's going to bring it right there. These are work release program people here, so they're doing a great job.
Yes, Senator McCain, I truly hope you get the opportunity to chase Bin Laden right to the gates of hell and pushing in, as you stated on your form. I do have a question though. The disabled veterans, especially in this state, have horrible conditions. Their medical is substandard. They drive 4 hours one way to Albuquerque for a simple doctor's appointment, which is often canceled. Our VA hospital is dirty, it's understaffed, it's running on maximum overload. The prescription medicines are 10 years behind standard medical care. We have 700 claims stacked up at the VA office in Albuquerque. Some of them are 10 and 7 years old, waiting to be processed. In the meantime, these people are homeless. My son is an officer in the Air Force. I'm a vet, and I was raised in a military family. And I think it's a sorry state of affairs when we have illegal aliens having a Medicaid card that can access specialists, top physicians, the best of medical, and our vets can't even get to a doctor. And these are the people we tied yellow ribbons for and Bush patted on the back. If we don't reenact the draft, I don't think we'll have anyone to chase Bin Laden to the gates of hell.
Well, let me say that. I don't disagree with anything you said, and thank you. And I'm grateful for your support of all of our veterans. I carry with me quite often a quote from George Washington in 1789. He said, "The willingness with which young Americans will serve their country in future wars is directly related to the treatment of those who have previously served and sacrificed in conflict." He was right in 1789, and he's right today. All too often, our veterans do not receive the care that they have earned. And the scandal of Walter Reed is a blot on the honor of the United States of America, and we can never let it happen again. Now, here's what I